What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. Yes, finally, Club and Country is back on YouTube, at least for tonight. This is episode number 46, and it's my first episode in 2.5 weeks. Now, in today's episode, guys, I'm going to talk to you about the future of this series and what's been going on and why I haven't been uploading it. I have discussed it in streams and in YouTube comments and in descriptions of videos as well, not to mention Twitter too, but there are still quite a few of you guys that don't know why this series went away for a bit and technically is still on holiday, if you will. So in today's episode, you see the stats of the players here that I forgot to show you in the last episode, a long time ago now, and also a game here against Lyon. There are 3 games in today's episode, one against Lyon, one against Bordeaux in the Coupe Nationale round of 16, and then a league game against Metz. It is the third and final game. But in today's episode, I'm just going to discuss, why this series went away and why it's, again, still technically on holiday, and what I plan to do with this series. Because, again, I've discussed it a few times now, but a few of you guys, have been asking me on Twitter, asking me in the comments of YouTube videos, saying, where's Club and Country? Why haven't you uploaded it in now 2.5 weeks? What's going on, basically? So I thought today I'd just discuss it and clear a few things up. So there you go. But either way, this is episode number 46, and the last episode we've seen was episode number 45. That was 2.5 weeks ago, and in that episode, to refresh your memory, we signed Franck Ribéry on a pre-contract on deadline day, which was very, very interesting indeed. The first real major thing happening in the series in quite a while. Ribéry decides to join us next season on a free transfer, so we won't see him in today's episode. We'll see him next season, start next season, if next season does come around, and then after that, there was nothing. There were no videos uploaded until tonight, and a lot of you guys were confused as to why that was. Now, I did mention it in the description of that video, and I had mentioned it as well in previous descriptions and in the comment section as well. I had been saying that the interest in this series was dropping quite significantly, and most importantly, it wasn't really the fact that views were dropping quite a bit, but the engagement was dropping quite a bit, a lot less likes, a lot less comments, and even though those two things right there aren't exactly important to a YouTube when it comes down to financial gain, because likes and comments don't provide us with any money or anything, I'm still an old-fashioned YouTuber, and I care a lot about the engagement and what my audience think about my content, and if they're not liking, if they're not commenting, and of course they're not viewing as well, it's not good, is it? And I'm clearly not doing a very good job. So because of that, I realized that I needed to change something, and I felt that personally speaking, I wasn't really doing a good enough job with this series at making it entertaining. I was feeling as though I was churning out content, basically, and I never like to do that. I never like to get to a stage where it's like, episode after episode, it feels way too familiar, because I'm basically just making quite a few of them in quick succession, pushing them out on YouTube, and they don't really have enough quality to be, not exactly enjoyed. They have enough quality to be enjoyed and watched and appreciated, but they're not going to be in line with my expectations, my personal expectations, for how the videos should be received, and that is that people watch those videos and they can't wait for the next one. I was feeling as though I was uploading content, I was uploading episodes in the series, and people were like, well, I'll watch it, but I'm not really too keen on the idea anymore. So because of that, I thought I'd take it on a break and just give myself some time really to recover and some time to think about how I want to run this series for the remainder of it if I want to continue with it. Now, since I've been away, I have started a new series on YouTube called Saving Bray. I'm sure you guys have seen it, or at least seen my uploads in your sub box, so even if you haven't watched it yet. And it's a new series I've ran for FIFA 16, and you guys have been fantastic with the response. You guys have received it really well. The comments, the likes have been fantastic. The support's been great on that series, and you guys are enjoying it very much. Now, obviously, I know that I can't really upload 3 series simultaneously and keep them all regular. And when it comes down to a series like this Club and Country series, like my career mode series, I feel as though you need to have at least 3 to 4 episodes per week. Otherwise, you kind of get detached with the series. Now, because of how many series I'm currently running right now, who to sign for is always sort of like a one-off whenever I feel like kind of thing. My Ultimate Team series is only ever once a week, or sometimes at the very most twice a week, so that's not really important. But with career mode, that's always going to be once every 2 days maximum, and with Saving Bray, I'm trying to make that the same thing as well. Now, obviously for me, there's not enough upload slots in the week to make sure that I can continue to upload both of those on a regular basis and throw this one into the mix as well. That's why when I started Saving Bray, the plan was to wait and see what the response is. If it's negative, I'll bring back this series. If it's positive, I'll keep it going and leave this one in the background in the shadows for the time being and just leave it on a holiday. But because a few people have been asking me where the episodes are, I thought I'd bring back just one episode to tell you guys. That's why right now there aren't any episodes being uploaded. It doesn't mean that I want to stop this series completely though, because I really enjoy making episodes in this series. I really do. Club and Country is of course a sort of a unique idea of mine I had. I was excited to run it last year for the first time with Racing Santander. It went down down so really well. My last Club and Country was really entertaining for a lot of people. Loads of you guys really enjoyed it. I appreciated that very much. And I wasn't actually going to do another one this year, but because of the start for FIFA 16, the amount of people that kept on saying, "Will you bring back Club and Country? Will you bring it back?" I thought, okay, I will bring it back for another season this year. But unfortunately, the response hasn't been as positive this year, and a lot of people lost the interest quite quickly. Now, I will say in my defense, obviously the gameplay this year is one big reason why. I don't like to make too many excuses, but I know that is a big reason why. The gameplay is very slow this year, very tedious, which means that a lot of my series, a lot of FIFA YouTubers are struggling this year, and I do believe that the gameplay is one of the big reasons why. It's not very interesting to play sometimes, so watching it must be quite tiresome as well. And I also know as well, because when you do something for a second time, it's not as exciting as the first time because the concept isn't new anymore. So I totally get that as well. And also the French league, even though I don't think it's that bad of a league or anything, I think it's got some decent teams in there. Obviously Lyon, like we saw, PSG, our rivals of Paris FC, Marseille as well. There are quite a few good teams, Monaco too, quite a few good teams. I do understand that compare it to La Liga, it's probably not going to be as exciting of a league. So I totally get that as well. And that may be one reason as to why a lot of people haven't been able to follow this series and keep up to date with it and keep attached to it like they did with last season with Racing Santander. So I totally get that as well. But I do really enjoy making episodes in this series. I want to say that I really do, and I know quite a few of you guys really enjoy this series as well. Evidently you must do, otherwise I wouldn't need to make this video to explain why this series is currently on holiday right now. I know quite a few of you guys really enjoy this series as well, and I do enjoy making the content for you as well. It's really difficult for me because I need to make sure that I think about the state of my channel constantly, because this is my job for starters, but secondly because my audience and what they prefer, what they want to see is always going to be the most important thing for me. And if people aren't enjoying this series, if people aren't too excited by it anymore, then I don't really want to continue to push it out and upload it and just hope that people grow to accept it. I want to do what my audience want to see. So because of that, I thought it's probably best to take it on a break just for the time being and bring it back after Season 1 of Saving Bray and also after Season 6 of Career Mode ends. So basically the plan for the future of this series is that and that alone. What I'm going to do is this will be the first and only episode you'll see for the past 2 weeks, and maybe for another week or two. I'm going to leave this on a holiday for the time being, and once my 6th and final season of Career Mode is over, and once the first season of Saving Bray is over, then I'm going to start uploading this series again. I'm going to play through to the end of this season, which is our 3rd season with Paris FC. I'm going to see whether the response, improves. I'm going to see whether you guys, start to watch it again and like and comment and enjoy it again. If you do, I'll carry on for the 4th season and continue on from there. Otherwise, we'll say 3 seasons in, I had fun, some of you guys had fun as well, but it just didn't work out the way we were hoping. So that's basically the plan for the time being with Paris FC and for Club and Country. I do really enjoy making episodes in this series. I do want to reiterate that. I do have a lot of fun making episodes for this series and uploading them for you, but I have to think about what my audience want. I have to think about what you guys want to see. If this series is dropping in engagement and views and people aren't enjoying it as much, then obviously I need to make sure that I do something which people will enjoy, because I want everyone to watch my videos and enjoy them as much as they can. So because of that, that's why the series is on a break. And again, what we will do is keep it on a break for the time being, wait until the 1st season of Saving Bray is over, wait until the 6th and final season of Career Mode is over, bring this series back, see if I can get some more, good vibes from it really, see if I can get the interest levels up a little bit. If I can, we'll play through Season 4 and probably even further than that as well. If not, we'll play to the end of Season 3, because I never like to end a series midway through a season. We'll play to the end of Season 3, see if we can win some silverware with Paris FC. We're through to the quarterfinals Coupe Nationale. As you can see here, as you guys know, we're already into the Coupe de Ligue final as well, and also top of Ligue 1 too. Hopefully we'll win some silver in our 3rd season, and maybe if we do end after the 3rd season, at least we'll say we got something with Paris FC, if not exactly what we were after, which was dominance in Europe with the club, and also hopefully some international trophies won with France as well. But hopefully you guys understand anyway. I really do. As I always say, you guys are my priority on YouTube. I want to make sure that I do what you guys want. I want to make sure that my content for you you guys is the best it can possibly be. And when a series is struggling, when a few episodes are struggling to get the views and to get the response in the comments and the likes as well that I'm hopeful of, really, then I need to change something. I need to do something. I need to alter that, because it's not acceptable for me to know that I'm not performing to my usual level when uploading videos. I'm not uploading the same amount of quality that I used to. I'm not someone who can just sit and be okay with that. I'm not someone who's happy knowing that my audience aren't enjoying my stuff anymore. I'm someone who's really driven by what my audience want. I'm someone who's really, really, intent on making sure my subscribers get the best content possible from me. And if that means I've got to change things, that means I've got to stop a series or take a series on a break. I may not want to do it, but I have to do it because I have to think about what my audience want. But hopefully you guys do understand regardless. I really do. And I do want to say a massive apology too for all of you guys that do enjoy Club and Country as a series. I am sorry that it's been on a break. I am sorry that I didn't, get this episode up sooner, if you will, to explain it to you. But either way, I just hope you can understand that for me, I just need to make sure that my audience enjoy my content, and if they're not, then I have to change something. But either way, that's basically that. Sorry it took about 11 minutes to explain, but I need to fill this time with some stuff to talk about, obviously, because I didn't really want to talk about the games that you'll see, because you can watch them on the screen if you want, and I just really want to make sure that my point was as clear as possible, and you guys totally understood the reasons. But thank you very much for watching the video regardless, though, guys, and again, hopefully you are very understanding as to why this series has been on a break and will still be on a break for the time being. Again, it will come back after the 6th and final season of Career Mode or the first season of Saving Bray ends, whichever comes first, and we'll play through to the end of the season and see if we can get the interest levels up. If we can, we'll continue. If not, we'll end it after the 3rd season ends. But thank you for watching the video, though. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. You don't have to leave a like, that's fine, but hopefully you guys do understand, and I will see you for another episode of Club and Country at some point, but maybe not for another week or two. See you then.